topic today is how to ask for help, a new feat for some. What do I mean by that? A new feat for some.
Too many people are too independent to ask for help when they really need it.
It's perfectly put. Too many people are too independent to ask for help when they really need it. And we are raised and reared and really structured, you know, to be independent, to be what I call self-sufficient. I can do it all by myself. I don't need you, I can do it. And it can almost become a mindset. The older that we get, and I'm a freak because I know if I do it, it's right. You know, I can do it when I want to do it. I don't have to depend on anybody. I don't have to wait, right? But nobody can be successful alone, particularly as we get older. All right? So you got to get yourself out of this mindset that I am independent and I don't need anybody else's help. Now you take a look at it through the eyes of the Parkinson patient, and you take a look at it through the eyes of the Parkinson care partner. I'm trying to use that word care partner, but it's struggling me to get it out. I've been using the word caregiver for 50 years, and I don't want to change. Is that all right with you?
No.
Thank you, darlings. Okay, so to me, you're a caregiver, right? Beautiful word. All right, so take a look at the Parkinson patient who, as day by day goes on, and you get older, and you continue to live with the impact and the effect of Parkinson's disease, most often you become less self-sufficient, less independent, less able to do it all by yourself, and then all of a sudden, even though for the last 60, 70, 80, 90 years, you have been all-inclusive, able to do for yourself. Now you feel the need, it's more than a need, you have to do it, all right, to ask someone else, will you please help me with certain things that I can't do anymore. So how does that make the Parkinson patient feel? Now I'd like to have an answer from you because I can count 20 minutes and the chocolate chip cookie kicks in. And not that you're nodding off already, but then you nod off more after that. Yeah, Rich.
Yeah, it makes you feel useless.
Useless, that's really a strong word. The word useless. Oh my
That's how it
goodness.
makes you feel.
Yeah, Richard is having a real challenge, and I commend him because he verbalizes that. He has talked openly and honestly about his feelings with this disease with regards to what it has robbed him from, the ability mainly to do what he has done all his life and what he loves to do. Useless is really a strong word. What is, if something is useless through my head, what do you do with it?
Throw it away.
Oh gosh, now that's just the way my brain works. Okay, if it's useless, I don't even donate it. I throw it away, all right? A human life is the most precious, important thing in the entire world. And no matter what the circumstance or what the reality is with the human life, you never throw a human being away. Never. Do you understand me? Now, if you feel inside your heart, I'm useless, just throw me away, we gotta work on that. Because that's telling me that your esteem is in the gutter and your worth is in the gutter. You never throw a human life away. You fight for that life, you hold that life up, and you tell that life how important that they are so that they can realize, I'm not useless. Maybe I can't do this, but by goodness, I can do this. And this is the real thing, the hardest thing for you to do, is to really accept, okay, who am I today? Who am I today? Granted, I understand that you wouldn't have chosen, perhaps, or hand-picked, or defined who you are today, right? Is there anybody sitting here with me, I'm talking to my Parkinson patients now, that said to themselves 10 years ago, 20 years ago, this is really my desire of what I want to be, you know. Am I right?
Yes.
You didn't choose it, you didn't ask for it, and most important, you didn't do anything to deserve it. You did nothing to deserve it. This is the reality for you, just like the reality in everyone else's life is the reality for them. You get me? This is God's plan for you. All right? And your need, your ability to accept, this is who I am today, is imperative. This is one disease, my friends. You must accept it in your own way, in your own time. And only you can do this. I can't do it for you. I can give you a long list of why you should be accepting, and you can just say, Marilyn, go away, you know, because I'm not getting it. I can't get you to do it. You have to accept. You have to look in the mirror and love what you say. This is who I am. I'm still great. I still have all my wonderful qualities. I'm still lovable. You still have all the gifts. You still have all the talents. You haven't been robbed of that. It's just your body is not going to allow you to do it. But don't lose the will to do something. Do you understand me? So you maybe can't do certain things that you did all your life, and you love it. You know, the human mind, the human spirit, we hate to be robbed of the things that we love and the things that we love to do. Do you agree with me? What are some things that you love to do? This ought to be good.
Well,
Golf.
well, I accept it.
Connie loved to be on the golf course. I have friends that love to be on the tennis court, right? Love to be scuba diving. Love to be mountain climbing. Why? I don't know, because I don't do any of these things. So that won't even faze me, right? Okay. How did you accept it, Con?
Well, you used to play me out,
Mhm.
I'd sooner not play than play them.
Okay. So where is she loved? So this is her mindset. This is an attitude adjustment. And you know, remember what I told you? You control that, what's between your ears. And you're living between your ears. It's the only place you're living. You're not living in this body. You're living between your ears, how you're thinking and how you're responding to things. All right? And how you behave. So Connie, I'm quite sure by looking at her, was a fabulous golfer. And she loved it. She was good at it. That's the other thing. We usually love things that we're good at. Did you notice that?
She was good.
She was good. Did you know?
She was too.
She was good too. I got two golfers in here. I got to do something with that. I got to come up with something with that. I have to think about that. I can come up with something, a golf tournament or something. We can do that. But she was good. Cherry was good. But she realized it's not worth it to me anymore because it's too hard on me now. It's not worth it. And the other thing too is that this is a thing with regards to being grateful, being gracious. You know, so it's a lesson that I had to learn in my life. I had certain things that were wonderful, way beyond what I ever expected. They were such gifts in my life, but nothing lasts forever.
Right.
So be gracious and say, you know, I had this for 10 years, 20 years. I don't have it now, but I'm not greedy. I had it, thank God for that. What can I get into next? Or what can I cherish now? You get me?
Yeah.
This is how you think. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary. And if you don't think everything is temporary, you can forget it. Joyce.
I always wanted to do a lot of things, and I could never have time to do them all. So this gives you an opportunity to do things that you didn't have time for. And, you know, if you have a lot of interests, you're set.
And that's the key. Have a lot of interests. You know, the one thing that, you know, that dealing with a disease or disability really brings to light is, you know, sometimes you have talents and gifts and passions inside of you that you would never even know you had if you weren't forced to check it out. Am I right? I mean, she makes the best cookies in the free world. Absolutely. I gotta work those cookies. I think we're gonna start a little franchise or something. I call them Connie cookies. That's the best thing I've ever put in my mouth, bar none. So I think it's safe to say Connie is good at everything she does, right? But she graciously says, it's not worth it for me. Joyce's advice is, get into a lot of different things. Don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden that basket could be empty, and then you're saying, now what? Try a lot of different things. Get into new things. Because when you're limited, not able to do one thing, all of a sudden you can realize, oh, I can do this, and you know I'm really pretty good at it, and I actually like it. Got me? So this is your mindset, all right? Useless, you are not. You are precious, you are worthy, you deserve a good life, you deserve happiness, you deserve to be with the people around you that you love, you deserve to be at home, okay? And you deserve quality of life, okay? So you can say to me, Richard, I am less independent than I used to be. I'll accept that, all right? Or I can't do what I used to do. I will accept that as well. I will not accept useless. Here he's coming back at me. Here we go. Yeah.
Well, it's at the time. That's when you feel it. It doesn't last.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. You know, if you have like a wave, we all have a wave. You know, I call it the wave. You know, you can have a wave of worry. You can have a wave of anxiety. You can have a wave of fear. Am I right? All the negative emotions that are out there. And there's not happy emotions associated with Parkinson's disease. You all know that. If I say to you, how does it make you feel? Feeling is an emotion. You're going to throw to me all these negative things, right? So you're going to have these waves, and that's okay. Don't let the wave knock you down, and don't drown in the wave. Do you understand me? It's okay to feel. It's very important for the human mind and for you as you deal with this day by day by day is to feel it. Is to feel. It's one thing I try to encourage my caregivers. You know, get out of the way with your loved one as they walk this day with Parkinson's disease. Let them feel it. Let them realize it. Let them make their mistakes. Let them move forward with it. Okay? You're there to guide, to support, and to be with them. But you got to get out of the way. All right? So, but if that wave of negativity lasts a day, 2 days, 3 days, and then you're in trouble because you're going down for the count, glug, glug, glug. Okay? I want that. But in the moment, because you can't do something, that's okay. But try not to use the word useless. Positive affirmations are critical. All right? I get excited with myself when I do something that I never thought I could do. I mean, I really slay myself sometimes, laughing at myself. Oh my God, I didn't think I could do that. I have to call the kids and say, guess what I did?
No regrets.
The kids will say, and I care why, Mother? I mean, I thought you could do everything.
Richard did a fantastic job on his trains at Christmas time.
Yeah? The
I don't
trains.
call that useless.
You're telling me. You're telling me. And those trains brought more joy to this building. Those trains are going down every single year. Yeah, it's a formal protocol. Yeah, he came in, he and Jim, right? The girls helped out, and it brought the whole place alive. And those trains ran from morning till night. I would come in and flip the switch, because they made me happy, those trains going around. And you did a fabulous job. Couldn't have been any nicer. And we're going to use all the houses. My houses, they're going down too. So there might not be any room for you guys, but we're going to have trains. So how many of you have something in your life that you really love to do that you can do? Because this is important to you. You know, this is important that you keep your body, mind, and spirit going. I mean, I try to, we try to keep you, you know, with as much as we can give you in here, so you don't have an excuse, right? That you can come and stay engaged and have some fun and stay active and to be your best. So I don't worry about my Parkinson Place members because I know I've got that piece covered for you. But even when you go home on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, have you noticed I stopped booking on Fridays? I got accused of we don't have time to go to the bank, and we don't have time to food shop, and we don't have time to go to the doctor. So we crammed everything into Monday through Thursday except for the main events, okay? So you're staying active when you get home and you're doing nice things. Try to get out, you know, try to go your favorite places. Try to appreciate what's around you. I was amazed today, I'm an early riser, and I looked out over my my pool, and I think I shared with you, I sold my home. I've been in the house since 1981. So I'm looking at things through different eyes now, you know. But I've always appreciated it. And you know what, I looked out over the pool and over the lake. Do you know that the sky was turquoise blue and bright pink? Isn't that gorgeous? And even though I was running 10 minutes late, you know what I did? I went out the side door and stood in the backyard. And that did more for me than anything else.
Did you see the meteor shower?
I didn't see the meteor shower. I missed that. Yeah. But don't take, you know, there's a lot of things around you that can really charge you up.
Right.
Really charge you up. You know, a flower, a beautiful view. So get out of the house and do things that you really love to do. Okay? Now, the need to ask for help, because unfortunately, we're taught, we're raised to be independent. We're raised to be independent. So now with Parkinson affecting someone, you know, in the more mature years, get over it. Get over it. You know, put your hand out and say, help me. Will you please help me? You know, because you don't have to be almighty. You don't have to be totally independent, even though you think that you are. And unfortunately, when we're dealing with these beautiful people with Parkinson's disease, they've been independent for a long time. These aren't kids. These aren't little ones. You know, they've been feeding themselves and, you know, tying their own shoes and doing the things they love to do their entire life. And now all of a sudden, because they have functional limits, I'll use the word physical limits, you know, it's hard for them. So what? As long as it gets done. You with me? But be very careful when you help someone, when you insist someone, that you maintain their respect and their dignity, which is your top responsibility. You know, your role is to make them feel independent, give them the opportunity to do as much as they can for themselves, to make choices for themselves, because that brings up the esteem and the confidence. All right? So don't be jumping in there, doing it because it's faster or easier. We know that, don't we? All right? So realize this is a person that has been independent, physically and functionally independent, all of their life, and now all of a sudden they need to ask for help. So my caregivers, you have to promote that in a very gracious way. All right, if you notice them struggling, or I use the word, they're frustrated. You know, you do the buttons. I got frustrated this morning. Do you know why? Here you go. All right? Here you go. I almost lost my mind in the break room. All right? Because the salt shaker was empty. And you know they give you those little lousy things in the bottom to put up in there, right? So I figured, okay, I'm going to fill the salt shaker and the pepper shaker before lunch, before staff has lunch. So I get it off, and I got it all filled up, and I couldn't get the thing on. And I was in that break room stamping my feet. Between my fingernails and my arthritis, and this thing that's this big. And you know how I got, I wanted to throw it away, but I couldn't. So you know what I did? I walked right across the hall and I said, Donna, will you help me? She said, sure. She popped it right on in. I said, thank you, and I walked right back. It was done, like it never happened. You see what I'm saying? What is the big deal? Don't frustrate about it. Don't worry about it. Just get it done and get on with it. All right? But when you see your loved one struggling or frustrating, you want to say things like, you know, you seem to be struggling a little longer than normal. Can I give you a hand? Or if you need me, just give me a call. All right? Don't be in there buttoning and tying and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's wrong. It's wrong. Because we want our loved one to be as independent as they can, right? That's their sense of control. That's their pride. That's their dignity. All right? Your patients, my Parkinson patients, if you need help, please ask for it. You have a role in this. All right? Your partners, you have a role in this. And your loved one wants you cared for, your loved one wants you dressed, your loved one wants you out the door on time. Uh-huh. Are you with me with this? All right, so if you're dragging your feet and you gotta be here to me, or you gotta be to something, so, if you know that you're on a deadline, this is no time to be proud and say, I can do it. You have to say, you know what, I respect the fact that we're running a little bit late, and I know you wanna go, and so give me a hand here. It doesn't mean 7 days a week, it means then. So give it up. Do you understand me? Because your caregiver frustrates when they want to go and they want to get out and they want to be somewhere, and you're what I call futzing around. I'll do it later. I'll do it when I feel like it. I want to read the paper. I want another cup of coffee. Wrong. It will stop. You with me? Because there is an etiquette to caregiving, and you're both liable for it. You're not all Don, the Parkinson patient, I can have whatever I want, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want to do it. No way. You don't have a ticket to a free ride. Do whatever it takes, Don't be too darn proud. Pride is a terrible thing. There's nothing wrong with saying, please help me. I do it all the time. When I get sponsorships and lunches and, the truth be told, in the many years that I've been doing what I do in Sarasota, I've never had one person say no to me. No. Oh, Barry's cackling up here. I've never had one person say no to me.
I'm not surprised.
Shut up, Joyce. Am I that much of a shrew?
So you're that persuasive.
No, I'm really, I am, because, if I can't get in the front door, I'll come down the chimney, right, like a big bad wolf. But you know what my comment is? I just go around simply saying, will you please help me? What are they going to say, no? They know what I do, they know what my mission is in life. Will you please help me? I did it with the walk. I said, this is my life's work. I wrote an email blast. I said, this is my life's work. Please help me. That was it. And I got my sponsors, okay? So there's nothing wrong with humbling yourself. Please help me for a positive outcome. And you living a life and being dressed and going out and being on time for church and Seder and everything else. That's quality of life. So reach out to each other. And then also reach out into the community. Don't even think twice about coming in here and saying, Mara, I need help with this, because I can connect you in 5 seconds. I gave 3 referrals so far today, because I want you to have the best in town, right? So just say, I think I need help here. What do you think? Or call these lovely people here. I think I need some help. What can we put in place for me so that I can live my life and stay within my budget, right? They'll work with you. But we can't read your mind if you don't say to us, well, we need some help. All right? So if you've never asked for help, forget it. Nobody can be successful alone. Some people will say to me, they'll give me full credit for Parkinson Place. What, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have teams and friends and colleagues and instructors and staff that work with me side by side. And me? I couldn't do something like this by myself. So no one can be successful alone. You got to reach out. You got to help each other. And you know what? You got to do it in a loving, respectful manner. This is the one thing that I absolutely mandate, that relationships be patient and kind and loving and dignified. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
A little louder. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're here to help each other. We're here to love each other. We're here to promote each other. You can do it. That's the other thing. When people, they think they can't do it, you can do it. I'm so proud of you. Look what you did. Even if it's the smallest, littlest thing. I'm proud of you. You're noting that they did it and they did it well and they overcame a challenge. All right? But put your hand down, reach for somebody, and please communicate. Keep talking. All right? How many of you have trouble asking for help? Yeah, it's okay.
I was just looking to see if you raised your hand.
Oh, I guess Richard's right up there. All right. You got help with the trains, right over here. Reese, right here. Don't be afraid to ask for help. This makes it easier on you and it's easier on your caregiver. All right, make it easy. Take the easy road. This is one time in life that I say to you, lower the bar and take the easy path. Just take the easy path, as long as you get there.